What if a single touch beneath your ear could silence the storm of thoughts inside you? Not in hours, not in days, but in this very moment. Imagine pressing a hidden point on your body, and suddenly the noise of the world fades. The heart slows, and a strange inner voice begins to rise. Most people will never know that their body hides such a secret switch. But you are here, and you're about to step into a doorway that leads not outward, but inward. Close your eyes for a breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Feel the air filling your chest, then exhale gently. Notice how even a simple breath can shift the way your body feels. Now picture this. Just below your ear lies a pathway so mysterious, monks once called it the thread of silence. Modern science whispers another name, the vagus nerve. This point is not just flesh and bone. It is a gate, a bridge between the body and the soul. Touching it is like knocking on a hidden door, one that opens to an ocean of stillness waiting within you. But here's the question. Have you ever truly listened to your own silence? And if you did, what might it reveal? Ancient yogis believed that by awakening this point, you could regulate not only your breath, but your emotions, your energy, even the voice of your spirit. And yet, in today's restless world, this wisdom has almost been forgotten. Tell me, in the comments, do you think silence carries more truth than words? Feel your body right now, your heartbeat, your breath, the way your shoulders carry weight you never notice. Can you sense how even the idea of this hidden touch already shifts something inside you? It is as if your nervous system is waiting for you to remember what it always knew. Before we continue deeper, pause for a moment. If something in your spirit already feels drawn to this, trust it. Tap subscribe. Whisper a quiet yes to your own growth. Like this video, share it, and let this be your first small step into a larger awakening. This channel, the Spine Gospel, is where the body and the soul meet, and where forgotten truths return. Now, stay with me. Because if just hearing about this point can stir a calmness in your chest, imagine what will happen when you truly touch it. Imagine what you might awaken. Beneath the curve of your ear lies a point that looks ordinary, yet carries an extraordinary secret. It is not just skin, not just muscle. It is the opening to one of the body's most mysterious pathways, the vagus nerve. They call it the wandering nerve, because it travels farther than almost any other nerve in your body. From the base of your brain, it drifts down through your throat, your heart, your lungs, and even into your gut. Like an invisible river, it connects mind and body, emotion and breath, silence and voice. And this point, just below your ear, is one of its hidden doors. Ancient wisdom never ignored this place. Yogis in India believed this spot was the resting coil of what they called the serpent thread, a current of energy that, when touched, could quiet the storms of the mind. Egyptian healers painted symbols around the ear and throat, claiming it was where the divine voice entered man. In Chinese acupressure, points near the ear were linked to balance, digestion, and even the calming of the spirit. For centuries, different cultures pointed to the same truth. This place holds power, but somewhere along the path of time, we forgot. As cities grew louder, as our pace grew faster, we stopped listening. The silence became uncomfortable, and we drowned it with noise. The body still remembered, but the mind ignored. What was once a common practice, pressing this spot for healing, for calm, for clarity, slipped away, hidden in dusty manuscripts and secret teachings. Yet the body has not forgotten. Even now, when your fingers gently rest beneath your ear, something stirs, a faint shift like the echo of an old song. Because this point is not just physical, it is emotional, spiritual. It is the body's whisper saying, "Come home." Modern science calls this pathway the vagus nerve, a cluster of fibers carrying messages between your brain and every organ it touches. It is the reason your heart races when you're anxious, And the reason your chest softens when you take a deep breath, scientists will tell you it regulates the parasympathetic nervous system, the state of rest, recovery, and deep calm. But long before labs and microscopes, people already knew, touch this place, and you awaken the silence within. Have you ever felt a strange calm just by placing your hand on your neck or ear, without knowing why? Have you wondered if your body carries switches no one ever taught you to press? Tell me in the comments, do you believe these hidden gates are real or just forgotten accidents of the body? Because the truth is this, the vagus nerve is both science and spirit. It is wires and electricity, yes, but it is also memory, emotion, and silence. A wandering bridge between the physical and the unseen, and here lies the wonder. When you touch this point beneath your ear, you are not only calming a nerve, you are pressing on centuries of forgotten wisdom. You are entering a conversation between body and soul. But how exactly does this mysterious thread calm your heart, your breath, your emotions? To see that, we must look deeper into the hidden science of silence. Science often looks for proof in machines, microscopes, and numbers, but sometimes the proof is already inside your body, breathing, pulsing, whispering every second of your life. The vagus nerve is one of those proofs. Hidden beneath the surface, it quietly governs some of your most powerful experiences. Calmness, silence, and the mysterious link between your mind and your body. The vagus nerve is often called the wandering nerve, and for good reason. It stretches from your brainstem down past your throat, through your heart, lungs, and all the way into your gut. It's like a living river, carrying signals between your brain and the deepest parts of your body. When you touch the point beneath your ear, you are pressing on one of its entryways, a small doorway into a massive hidden system. But what does this system actually do? To understand, you need to know about the parasympathetic nervous system. Imagine your body has two modes, survival and restoration. Most of us live in survival mode. Our heart races, our breath is shallow, our body is tense, and our thoughts spin in circles. The parasympathetic system is the opposite. It is the body's brake pedal. When it's active, your heart slows, your breath deepens, your digestion improves, and your muscles soften. You return to balance. The vagus nerve is the switch that turns this calm state on. When you stimulate it, you send a direct message to your brain. You are safe. And the brain responds by telling the body to relax even more. This becomes a loop. Body tells brain, brain tells body. It's a cycle of safety, repeating over and over until you feel like you've come home to yourself again. But the vagus nerve is not just about physiology. It carries emotion. Think of the last time you were anxious. Your chest was tight, your stomach unsettled, your throat felt closed. Those weren't just feelings. They were signals carried through the vagus nerve. Trauma, stress, fear. These leave their fingerprints on the body through this pathway, and the opposite is true as well. When you calm the vagus nerve, you are not only relaxing your body, you are untangling the knots of memory, stress, and emotional weight that it has been holding. Some researchers now speak about the biofield, the subtle field of energy surrounding every living being. While mainstream science is still exploring this, many traditions have long said that the vagus nerve is not only physical, but energetic. When its rhythm harmonizes, the biofield becomes coherent. Your body's electrical and emotional waves align. This could be why people describe a sudden inner silence, a shift, or even tears when they press this point beneath the ear. The body isn't just relaxing, it's rebalancing its invisible field. And here's the wonder, this works whether or not you believe in it. Even if you dismiss energy, mysticism, or ancient teachings, the vagus nerve is wired into you. When you stimulate it, your body cannot help but respond. Heart rate slows, breath deepens, muscles soften. This is biology. This is hardwired truth. But if you do open yourself to the possibility that body and spirit are intertwined, then the experience expands. It's no longer just about relaxation. It becomes an awakening. Each time you touch this point, you are not only calming a nerve, but entering into a dialogue between science and spirit, brain and soul. Pause for a moment and reflect. Does your body tend to react more to stress or to silence? Have you ever noticed how a single deep breath could change everything? If you have, tell me in the comments, because your story may be the mirror someone else needs. And now the question rises, if this wandering nerve can carry both stress and silence, if it can bridge science and mysticism, then how do we awaken it in practice? How do we use our own fingers and breath to unlock its hidden power? The answer waits just beneath your ear. Let us practice this together. Wherever you are right now, give yourself permission to pause. If you can, sit comfortably with your back straight, but not stiff. Allow your shoulders to soften. Let your jaw unclench. Close your eyes if you wish, and take one slow, deep breath in, and release it with a gentle sigh. Now slowly bring your attention to the side of your face. Place your index and middle finger just below your ear, where the jawline meets the neck. Press lightly as if you are searching for a hidden doorway. This point may feel soft, tender, or slightly hollow. You are touching the entrance to the wandering nerve, the vagus. Beneath your skin, this river of energy and electricity flows. From your brainstem, through your throat, heart, lungs, and into your belly. You have found the key. Begin by applying a soft, circular massage with your fingertips. Move in slow, small circles. As you do this, breathe in deeply through your nose to the count of 4. Hold for a moment, then breathe out through your mouth to the count of 6, as if you are releasing a long-forgotten weight. With each cycle of breath, imagine a golden thread unraveling from beneath your ear, flowing gently into your chest, wrapping your heart in warmth. Notice how even the smallest pressure here sends a signal through your entire body. It whispers to your nervous system, "You are safe." Variation 1, the relaxation cycle. Now, instead of circles, let your fingers press gently and hold. Take 3 slow, deep breaths as you maintain that soft pressure. Inhale, feel your chest expand. Exhale, let your body grow heavier as if melting into the seat beneath you. Each breath takes you deeper into stillness. Some people describe this as a curtain of calm dropping over their chest, or the sudden ease of a burden you didn't know you were carrying. Pause here. What do you feel? A loosened jaw? A quieter heartbeat, a stillness behind your eyes? Variation 2, the emotional release. Now let's go deeper. Begin to massage slightly firmer while exhaling with sound. Let the breath leave you not silently, but as a sigh or even a soft ah. Imagine the sound carrying away the tension stored inside you. If your body wants to tremble, sigh, or even shed tears, allow it. This is the body's way of untying knots that may have been there for years. Picture it as smoke lifting from your chest, leaving space for light to enter. Some traditions say this sigh is more than breath. It is the soul emptying what the mind could not. Variation 3, the energy awakening. For the final technique, try tapping the point rhythmically, almost like the beat of a drum. Tap, tap, pause. Tap, tap, pause. Match the rhythm with your heartbeat if you can feel it. As you do this, visualize ripples of light flowing downward into your belly, then rising back up to your throat. This practice doesn't only relax, it awakens. You may feel tingling, alertness, or even a quiet joy spreading through your chest. It is like striking a silent bell inside the body and letting its vibration echo through you. Reflection, now release your hands and rest them on your lap. Sit still for a moment. Breathe naturally. Ask yourself gently, what changed? Does your breath feel deeper? Do your thoughts feel quieter? Do you sense a silence that wasn't there before? I want you to answer this not just in your heart, but in the comments below. When you tried this, did you feel more silence or more energy? Your body's wisdom might be exactly the guidance another soul here is searching for. Transition. Remember, these are not just techniques, they are doorways. Each breath, each touch, is a step into a different state of being. And once you step through, something within you begins to shift. Not only your body, but your emotions, your silence, your inner voice. But what exactly awakens when you practice this? What hidden storms are released, and what gentle clarity takes their place? When you touch the vagus nerve beneath your ear, something begins to shift, so quietly that at first you might think nothing has happened. Yet notice your breath. It no longer climbs high into your chest. It sinks deeper, softer, like a river, settling into its natural flow. Notice your heartbeat. It feels steadier, calmer, as though a weight has been lifted from its rhythm. The first sign of the shift is always silence. But this silence is not empty. It carries within it a message. For some, the message comes as release. Your eyes may grow heavy, your jaw may relax, or perhaps tears surface without warning. That is the body untying threads it has carried for years. Scientists will call it a shift in your parasympathetic nervous system. Ancient mystics called it opening the gates of stillness. Both are true. Others describe the opposite. A sudden lightness. A quiet laugh escapes. A sigh becomes a soft smile, as though the body just remembered what freedom feels like. It is not unusual to feel memories stirring, emotions you thought were buried returning for a brief moment, only to dissolve in the warmth of your breath. This is the nervous system releasing not only stress, but memory itself. And then comes the mind. Thoughts, which moments ago tumbled over one another, begin to space out. The constant chatter grows distant, replaced by gaps of stillness, tiny windows where clarity shines through. Some say it feels like their brain is breathing for the first time. Others describe it as though their body is whispering answers to questions they never dared to ask. This is where the silence begins to speak. In the absence of noise, the body reveals its own language. The pulse under your fingertips, the warmth in your chest, the slow exhale, each becomes a word in a sacred dialogue. It is not a silence of emptiness, but of presence. What about you? When you tried this, what surfaced? Was it a deep release, a sigh, a tear, a trembling? Or was it clarity, a sudden peace, a quiet joy? Share it below, because your body's truth may be the key another soul here has been waiting for. And know this moment is only the beginning. What you felt in a few breaths can unfold further when practiced again. If such silence can be found in minutes, what would happen if you entered it daily? How would your life, your sleep, your emotions reshape themselves? What you felt just now was not a trick, not a momentary relief. It is a doorway. And like any doorway, the more often you step through it, the more familiar it becomes. Imagine if this touch beneath your ear was not something you tried once, but something you return to each morning as the sun rises, and each evening as the world grows quiet. It does not require hours, just 2 to 5 minutes a day. In the morning, when your body is still half awake, place your fingers gently under your ear. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Let it expand your belly, and on the exhale, soften your shoulders. In that moment, you tell your entire nervous system, begin today in peace. At night, when the weight of the day presses on your chest, return again. Place your hand there, breathe, and sigh out the tension. Let your body know it is safe to rest now. This is how the practice becomes a ritual. Small daily gestures of silence that slowly rewrite the language of your body. Over time, your body responds in ways you may not expect. Sleep begins to run deeper, with fewer interruptions. Digestion grows smoother, because the parasympathetic state governs not just calmness, but the very act of nourishment. Your heart rate steadies, your blood pressure softens, your stress hormones recede. Science calls it vagal tone improving. Mystics would simply say, the body is remembering its song. But the change is not only physical. The mind begins to learn a new rhythm. Thoughts that once raced endlessly now rise and fall with more space between them. When anxiety comes, it no longer grips you for hours. The silence you trained into your body calls you back more quickly. Anger cools faster. Worry dissolves sooner. You are not escaping emotions. You are reshaping your relationship with them. And then there is the shift that cannot be measured by machines. Each time you touch this point, you remind your inner self how to listen. You may begin to notice intuitive nudges appearing more clearly. A sense of guidance that feels both gentle and undeniable. Some call it the voice of the soul, others the echo of the divine nervous system. Whatever the name, the silence grows familiar. It is no longer rare, it becomes your companion. Think of it like polishing a mirror. Each daily touch clears away another layer of dust. Slowly the reflection grows brighter, sharper, until one day you look and realize the light you see is your own. So I ask you now, if a few breaths in this practice already shifted you, what might happen after 30 days? Would your sleep transform? Would your anxiety dissolve? Would you feel closer to your own spirit? Write your guess in the comments, because sometimes speaking a possibility is the first step to living it. This practice is not about escape. It is not about chasing mystical visions. It is about training your body to return home, again and again, until home is no longer a place you visit, but the place you live. And now, you stand at the threshold. The silence you touched is waiting, not just for today, but for tomorrow, and the next. The question is, will you carry it forward? Close your eyes for a moment and return to the silence you touched earlier. That stillness beneath your ear, that breath that softened your chest, that quiet voice within, it is still here. Like a candle lit in the dark, once you have seen this light, you cannot unsee it. This journey was never about learning a trick. It was about remembering what your body already knew, that peace lives inside you, waiting only for you to listen. Tonight, you touched the vagus nerve, and the silence spoke back. You felt how your breath could steady, how your heart could soften, how your mind could rest. And tomorrow and the day after, this practice can become the thread that weaves silence into your daily life. But let me remind you, this is only the beginning. If such depth could open from a single touch, imagine the secret still hidden in your body, in your breath, in your spirit. If your soul resonated with this journey, let the Spine Gospel walk beside you. Subscribe gently, share this with someone who longs for peace, and whisper your reflections in the comments. Tell me, what did silence reveal to you? Your answer may awaken another soul here. The doorway will not close. It waits, patient and eternal, for you to step through it again. Until you return, carry this silence with you. Let it guard you, guide you, and remind you that your body was always a temple of light.